I'm blanching the vegetables for my lovely Vietnamese shrimp and noodle salad. By blanching, I mean just this. Pouring boiling water over the bean sprouts and sugar snaps and then immersing them in iced water so they retain all their crunch and colour. That's it. Now for the dressing. The good thing about this dressing is that it's relatively lean but packed with flavour. Start off with a tablespoon or thereabouts of minced ginger. I don't bother to peel it. I reckon if some of the skin gets in, more roughage. That should do. A clove of garlic, minced as well, or half a fat one. Lovely. And I want some chilli. And I know this is pretty huge, but actually these long red chilies are an awful lot milder than those teeny ones you get. Anyway, I'm going to take most of the seeds out. So I have warmth rather than heat. Chop this finely. In these go. Some lime juice. Good half a lime. These are lovely and juicy. I want some salt now in the shape and form of fish sauce, about 2 tablespoons. And if you can't get fish sauce, just go for some light soy and a touch of vinegar. The same amount of water, another 2 tablespoons. Bit of sugar, I know, but only a small amount. Let's see, about a teaspoon. Balance is everything. And I said this was a lean dressing, and it is, although I want oil, not much of it, but a teaspoon and a half of groundnut oil, any vegetable oil would do, and a splash of aromatic toasted sesame oil. Let's have a quick stir around. This smells incredible. There, I'm set. I've got a cupful of coral curled shrimp here, cooked, and I'm going to immerse them in that sharp dressing to gain in flavour while I get on with assembling the rest of the noodle salad. I want a couple of fat scallions, and it really pays to try at least to cut them as finely as possible, just because you don't want some big tangle of onion in your mouth when you eat. At least I don't. Right, let me get rid of these for a moment while I get a huge handful of cilantro. This is wonderful with its heady scent. Chop this up. Now all I have to do is mix everything together. This is a noodle salad, and the noodles I've got are these bean thread, sometimes called cellophane noodles. So easy, you don't even have to cook them. You just pour over boiling water and leave them for a few minutes and then drain them. And then you have these almost opalescent threads. Into this bowl of noodles goes my handful of chopped scallions, and now my juicy, fragrant prawns in all their sharp dressing. My steamed vegetables, just a handful of sugar snaps and of bean sprouts. Some of the coriander. And now everything needs only to be combined. Ah, beauteous. I could live on this, and often do. bit more cilantro, and I am ready to eat. I hate, really hate, the term life enhancing, but this is. The perfect Zen eating moment. I'm making supper for a friend. Avocado, spinach and pumpkin seed salad with smoked salmon. And yogurt with figs to follow. It's feel-good food from start to finish. Don't go anywhere. Believe it or not, my larder is also a repository of very virtuous foodstuffs. I mean, I've got some fabulous dried fruit. I love particularly these dried mango strips. Look how beautiful they are. I love them, and actually my children do too, so I put them in their lunchbox. Good for them. Oh, and recently I bought these weird and wonderful goji berries. Look at the colour on those. Brilliant, aren't they? Oh, and I've got some nuts. I love nuts. And now that we know they're good for you, I can eat more of them. I think it makes sense to buy nuts in their shell because there's something very nice about cracking them. And of course, you don't eat quite so many if they're not already, out of the shell. But for now, I want these beautiful green pumpkin seeds. The thing about healthy food, although, I hate that term. I don't like the idea that some foodstuffs are good and some are bad, but you know what I mean? The thing about food that we know to be healthy is that it doesn't just do you good to eat it. I feel it makes you feel wonderful when you look at it. I mean, look at the beauty of these green spinach leaves and those peppers, all that juiciness and shine, and those cherries, luscious. How heavenly are they? And look at this salmon, all that gorgeous coral colour. Of course it's good for you. I feel better looking at it. Nothing makes me feel healthier or happier than my spinach, pumpkin seed and avocado salad. I mean, to be honest, it's a meal in itself, but, sometimes it's nice to lux it up with a little smoked salmon. And the virtue of smoked salmon, and this is really lovely organic stuff, is that you can eat fish without having to go out and buy it fresh that day. My method of serving is to snip and strew lovely, tender ribbons of smoked salmon. My friend's coming for supper any minute now, and I know she loves this salad. Another snip. Yum. That's fine, we don't need to eat too much. You wait till you see the salad. On top of the smoked salmon, a little ground black pepper, as is only right. And instead of the more usual lemon, I want some lime juice. Just a little bit. Much less than if it were lemon, because of course lime is sharper. I just want a sharp acid burst. Because lime is what I need in the dressing for the spinach salad. I'm going to grate some of the zest off first, about half a lime, but since I've got 3/4 here, I'm not going to throw it away, am I? And now the lovely green, sharp juices. The sharpness of lime is so perfect against that smooth clay blandness of avocado. Good bit of salt. I know the smoked salmon is salty, but the avocado most definitely needs a bit of extra. And that salt will dissolve a little in the lime juice. Some olive oil. Beautiful. Only about a tablespoon. And think of this as moisturiser you eat rather than have to slather over yourself. And now, the spinach. Really lovely baby leaves. 4 cups, however much you can manage. I can manage a lot. Look at that. Aha! I want a small avocado, and I can manage one by myself easily. I once read that